Hey guys. So I wanted to talk for just a second about the YouTube channel. You know, YouTube really caught us off guard. We had no idea we'd end up with over 50 subscribers I think we have now. That may not seem like much to a lot of people, but it means a lot to us. I just wanted to say thank you to all of our new subscribers. We're doing our best to put out as many videos as possible in a relatively short time frame. And we try to make sure that whenever we're working on something, it's being recorded and documented. And we're doing that just for you guys. These videos aren't meant to help us in any way. They're meant just for you. And by subscribing to the channel, that just lets us know that you're enjoying them. And that's really important to us. So this is the video we've been looking forward to ever since we started this project. We know it's been a slow progressing project, but that's exactly what we wanted. We're not going slow just for the sake of going slow. We're taking it slow because we want to keep the number of mistakes at an absolute minimum. There's always going to be those little things that we just can't account for, and believe me, we've had our fair share of those already. I can't tell you how many times we had to stop or order a tool and wait for it to come in before continuing with some certain project. So we started out this morning by measuring the shape for the side plates, and this is going to be the final shape. So these measurements are critical. As of this morning, these side plates were nothing but square pieces of 1/8-inch thick aluminum, and they've actually been sitting on our workbench just staring at us, begging to be finished. So after all the measurements were done, we took the plate over to the bandsaw to make the final cuts. And after all the cutting was done, we placed the jig onto the milling machine and then centered it up. And making sure that it's centered is very important. The holes in the jig are dimensioned very specifically, so once you set your 0 point on the digital readout, all the other holes, according to the measurements you've set, will line up accordingly. So getting the jig centered is crucial. And we had some problems with both digital readouts today, and it took us a while to fix. We were having some issues with the measurements and thought maybe the jig was incorrect, and that's a scary thought considering how long it took to make this thing. It turned out to be a loose fitting on one of the readers from the DRO, but once we had the reader fixed, the holes still didn't line up correctly. Turns out that the last two holes that we drilled into the jig were incorrect. It was an easy fix though, and it was only 2 holes that needed to be redone, so all we had to do was double and triple check to make sure that the DROs were giving us accurate readings. And once that was verified, we drilled 2 new holes. After we finished messing around with the jig, it was time to take the newly shaped side plate and make some holes. And this is a pretty easy process, and it only took us a few minutes to complete. The hardest part was holding the plate down in place while we drilled. I had to hold it down with my hand because the bolts that we ordered for that specific job haven't arrived yet. It's not a big deal, and it turned out just fine. Alright guys, it's here. We've been wanting to show you this for quite a while. We wanted to show you this at Christmas time, but we didn't get a chance to. We wanted it to be a surprise for Christmas, but we had a little bit more work to do on it, and so here it is, and this is the side plate. Now this isn't in a finished state, and it's going to be a little bit more polished than this, but as you see it here, it's pretty much complete. All the holes are drilled, and let me just show you what everything is for here. Let me sort of put this up, and I'll show you how these things work, or this functions. I'll try to get it up, see if I can get it to stand up. Well, that's not going to work out very well. There we go. Now, the hole right here, the bigger hole, is for the potentiometer, and that goes in just like this, if I can get it in there. Alright, and the potentiometer is for the accelerator and for the clutch. And the wires are just going to be freestanding, I think. I'm not sure if I'm going to attach them to anything, but they will be attached to a box that goes to a circuit board. I believe I'm going to use the Leo Bodner load cell, circuit board. So that's what this is going to go to. All these other holes are there for structural reasons. I know that this one is for the spring. I can't show you exactly what the mechanism looks like, but the spring goes up like this, and the arm of the pedal goes up just right here, and the spring attaches to it, and we're going to show you a whole lot more stuff later on, but we just wanted to show you this, and we're really excited. This is where it all begins, so to speak. And yeah, here it is. This is the side plate. This is the first piece, the first completed piece that we've got for the pedals. So we just wanted to show you. So we're really excited about what's coming up. So stay tuned, guys. We got a lot more cool things coming. We'll see you next time.